So what are our chances? Are we going to see snow, bone-chilling cold like last year, or a whole lot of rain like we saw today? Every night, Chief Meteorologist Andrew Humphrey forecasts the weather for you, your neighborhood, your family. But when he's forecasting an entire season, it's a special endeavor in Severe Weather Center 13.
Of course, Andrew, and our entire team of expert meteorologists have been working for weeks now to forecast every part of your winter, from the cold, potential snow, and of course the reasons behind it all.
When I look at the winter forecast for the Mid-South, I actually start here, 3,000 miles away in the eastern Pacific Ocean. This year I'm predicting the water temperature here to be 3 degrees higher than normal. Now that is drastic enough to create a strong El Nino, and that gives us a clear prediction of our weather this winter. Now a strong El Nino means that it will shift the polar jet stream, which is a river of air that storms travel along, farther to the north, leaving the northern half of the country warmer than usual. And it'll push the Pacific jet stream farther south, bringing wetter weather to the southwest, colder conditions to the south, and drier conditions to the northeast. And that leaves the Mid-South right in between those two areas. Now our team of meteorologists will explain the impacts we will feel this winter, and we'll go ahead and start with meteorologist Brittany DeBose breaking down our temperatures.
Andrew, my research took me all the way back to 2015, the last time we had a really strong El Nino. And the one thing that we can really point to is weather extremes, a roller coaster of very warm and very cold temperatures. And while the general trend is colder, temperatures in December are expected to be near normal. So it's not all going to happen at once. The average temperature in December, 53 degrees. But by the time we get to January and February, temperatures are expected to run cooler than normal. So just be expecting some very cold temperatures across the Mid-South.
As you know, cold is only one part of the winter forecast. To make snow, you need cold and precipitation. Meteorologist Julia Fife is looking at the same breakdown month by month to see whether we can expect any snow days this winter.
We should start off this winter next month wetter than average. I'm predicting 8 to 12 rainy days for the month of December. Now, it's not going to be cold enough for snow, so just expect miserable cold and rainy days. As Brittany just told us, the best chance for that cold is going to be in January and in February. But as I look through the historical records, usually when we get an El Nino, we have drier than average air. So even though it's going to be cold, I'm not expecting that much snow. My official prediction is 0 to 3 snow days here for the season. In the Mid-South, we usually get about 3 inches. I expect we're going to be below average. And if you're dreaming of that white Christmas, well, Memphis has only seen snow on the ground 7 times in the past 100 years.
Perhaps the strongest climate indicator in the country runs right past our city. Rain and melting snow from almost every region in the country flows into the Mississippi River. Meteorologist Matt Yurosavik went to the river model on Mud Island to help trace winter's impact.
The Mississippi River watershed covers nearly 40% of the United States and even parts of Canada. So what happens upstream has a direct impact here in Memphis. I want to show you Andrew's prediction across the nation with the watershed over it. Our prediction is warmer to the north, and in this region we rely on melt from heavy snowpack to feed our river. Warmer weather means a smaller snowpack. Then it's drier in the Midwest and the Northeast, and that's where the Ohio River Valley feeds directly into the Mississippi River. So we're going to start next year with lower than usual water levels on the river, and that could lead us to yet another year with low water on the Mississippi River.
Now one factor you may not think of in winter. Severe Weather Center 13 has been tracking how tornado season is getting closer to a year-long event. El Nino could put Memphis right in the bullseye of severe weather this season. Meteorologist Chelsea Chandler has more.
To show that severe weather does not stop in the winter, I'm here in Truman, Arkansas, where some of the longest tracked tornadoes in history damaged this town in December of 2021. I went through our record books to find the last year an El Nino of similar strength occurred. That year, we had 73 warnings in December. That's the highest number in nearly 4 decades. So I do predict a stormy pattern this winter. We do see cold fronts move across the country, and they mix with the warm, moist air from the Gulf of Mexico. When that happens, that cold air and warm air mixes, and it puts the Mid-South in a bullseye for winter storms. On a more dangerous note, when tornadoes do form, they do tend to be on the stronger end of the scale.
So bringing it all together for you. A rainy December with average temperatures, but colder and drier to finish off the season. Don't expect much snowfall, and with drier and warmer conditions to the north, don't expect much help for river levels. But do be on alert for severe weather. And that is why you and your family should stay tuned to the Severe Weather Center 13, so you and your family can keep track of our changing weather.